Welcome to part 3 of the Avin E90X install video. We were just talking about File Manager, but I was just going to show you guys that this has an SD card slot. Right there. Right on the side there. Right there. You can see the kind of the reflection of it. Does have an SD card slot, and mine has a 128 gigabyte SD card in it, which is very nice. Yes, you can move applications to the SD card. That was my biggest thing, being able to move apps. So File Manager is ES File Explorer. Let's go to Car Info. No, let's not. Actually, Car Info is your factory navigation system. If you want to go to that, you hold down menu for 3 seconds and it switches over to your factory nav where everything works like it did before. So we hold down nav or menu 3 seconds again, we go back to Android. Let's look at some more of these settings here. Browser is basically, I believe, Chrome. And you can see here I had a bunch of malware installed, but we got rid of that finally. But yeah, so that's Chrome. And let's go back to the menu. The next set of menus. So this is video. This is a video player. DVR, so you can record your dash cam and either your front or your rear view camera. Settings takes you to a settings menu that looks like the BMW settings, but this is actually the settings for the unit, and this is where you set up what navigation app you want, your language, and by the way, the iDrive control works. The time. By the way, use original time and set it up in your Android settings. This is how you set the volume levels. This is how you set up your rear view and front camera. This settings actually takes you to the Android settings, just like an Android phone, and then this takes you to the nav screen where you can then, the nav setting screen, the actual unit, where you can go into factory setup by hitting 13, 14. Okay. Inside here are the settings for the navigation system, and this you use your finger. Now this is important here. Car type. The only way I could get this looking correct when you switch to BMW is to put it on this. So if you have an E90X, you can try all these settings until you get the one where the resolution looks right when you switch back to BMW. There is also a boot logo change screen here. This is where you set up the GUI. I have it set on Evo New, but if you set it to NBT, that is the new BMW look. So let's go to menu again. So dashboard is interesting except for one thing. So dashboard is where you get information about your car, and you can see it actually works. But the problem is that it's in kilometers per hour and liters. I mean, come on, dude, get this working correctly. This unit is for the US. It doesn't. You need a switch for miles per hour. Okay. So hit back. Phone link is where you use your telephone, and apps is just like it says. It's your ta-da Android apps, and you can see some of the stuff I've got loaded on here. I did try to root this. I was not successful. And in the process, I installed a billion malwares on it, which I removed later. But yeah, I have all my BMW apps here. The iDrive does not work on this screen. But so you have a BMW, you probably, and it's an E90, you probably know about MHD and you probably know about XHP. So let's talk about having MHD available to flash the car. So let's hit that. Of course, resolution looks weird until it boots up. Now, here's MHD. Now, let's look at... Now, every time it boots up, it asks me if I want to use a USB cable, which is annoying, but it does it every single time. So let's look at where we would flash. So here's the maps. And I'm using that E85 mix down at the bottom for corn. And let's hit the back button. So yeah, this is the MHD flasher. And in the next video, we're going to talk more about that.